The Great War cast a long, unrelenting shadow over every home, touching the lives of families in ways they could never have imagined. Daily routines were upended, and the comforts of normal life faded into memory. The war disrupted the flow of food from overseas as once bustling ports grew eerily silent and shipments dwindled to a trickle. Enemy submarines prowled the seas, targeting supply ships and leaving store shelves bare. Queues for food grew longer each day, stretching down city streets as hope faded. Ration books were introduced, a desperate attempt to share what little remained. Yet, despite these efforts, hunger crept quietly into homes, gnawing at families' resolve. Farmers and their horses were called away to serve at the front, leaving once thriving fields untended and harvests uncertain. The countryside, once a source of plenty, now echoed with absence. Fertilizers, so vital for crops, were diverted to make explosives, creating a silent crisis that threatened the very foundation of food production. The war was fought not just in distant trenches, but in kitchens and gardens across the nation. Women and children learned to stretch every ingredient, and communities came together to plant victory gardens. Empty stomachs became as familiar as the distant thunder of artillery. Hunger was a constant companion, shaping daily life and haunting every meal. People realized they had to find new ways to feed themselves. Foraging, sharing, and growing food became acts of survival and solidarity. They could no longer wait for ships to arrive or for farmers to return from war. The responsibility to survive fell on every household. And so, a new battle began. One not just against an enemy abroad, but against hunger itself, fought with courage, ingenuity, and hope at home. As shortages worsened and the world was gripped by uncertainty, a powerful idea took root: grow food at home, right where you lived. The call to action was simple, but its impact would be profound. People everywhere began to look at their backyards, empty lots, and even window boxes with new eyes, seeing not just dirt, but the possibility of sustenance and hope. Every patch of earth, no matter how small or overlooked, suddenly held the promise of survival and self-reliance. The soil became a lifeline, connecting families to the food they needed and to each other. The government urged citizens to dig for victory, launching campaigns that filled the streets with posters and the air with determination. It was a rallying cry that echoed from city centers to rural towns. Lawns became potato patches, and flower beds turned into neat rows of carrots, beans, and cabbage. Ornamental gardens gave way to practical plots as people traded beauty for nourishment. The idea spread like wildfire, transforming neighborhoods and entire communities. Streets once lined with grass and flowers now boasted a patchwork of thriving vegetable gardens. People found purpose in this quiet revolution, working side by side with neighbors and loved ones. The act of planting and tending became a daily ritual, a way to contribute to the war effort from home. Blistered hands and aching backs were badges of honor, proof of hard work and sacrifice. Each seed sown was a small act of defiance against hunger and despair. They dug for their families, for the soldiers fighting overseas, and for their country. Gardening became an act of patriotism, a way to support the war from the home front. The work was real and rewarding, a small miracle repeated across the land. Each harvest brought pride, relief, and a sense of accomplishment that money could not buy. It was a way of fighting back, proving that even in the darkest times, life could still grow. The simple act of nurturing a plant became a symbol of resilience. Even in darkness, hope sprouted from the soil, pushing through against all odds. Each new leaf was a promise that better days could come. The nation united in a vital mission to feed itself, to endure, and to find strength in the land and in one another. The spirit of the people was inventive. They saw potential farms everywhere, from stately lawns to public parks. Rooftops became windy vegetable plots, and schoolyards turned into outdoor classrooms. Even leisure spaces like cricket pitches were repurposed for survival. Every square foot of land was needed, no sacrifice too great. The nation united in a mission to feed itself. This transformation symbolized determination and resilience. Familiar parks and gardens were set aside for urgent needs. Vegetables grew in unexpected places, a reminder of unity. The nation would not be starved into submission. It would dig, plant, and endure. Growing food on a massive scale required ingenuity. Without modern tools, people became masters of invention. They made compost from kitchen scraps and collected rainwater. Water was as valuable as the food it helped grow. The gardeners were a diverse army, from women to children. Gardens became places of community and solidarity. Neighbors shared successes, failures, and resources. They traded surplus produce and helped each other. This shared effort built strong bonds. They were comrades in the silent battle for survival. With soil-caked hands, they fought with determined hearts. The harvest was astonishing, yielding a bounty no one predicted. Homegrown food tasted better, a victory over hunger. It supplemented rations and brought hope. Growing and harvesting was a positive act amidst grim news. Gardens were a source of light in dark times. Stories of wartime gardeners were tales of quiet heroism. Their efforts reduced the need for imports, aiding the war effort. Victory gardens were crucial to the national strategy. They showed what ordinary people could achieve together. The gardens were a testament to resilience and unity. Today, the Great War feels distant, a chapter in history books, but its lessons remain vital and ever relevant to our lives. The echoes of that era still reach us, reminding us of what people can achieve when faced with adversity. The wartime gardens teach us about resilience, the strength of community, and the incredible power of the human spirit to adapt and thrive. In the face of scarcity and uncertainty, people came together, united by a common goal. They made the most of what they had, transforming empty lots and barren land into sources of hope and nourishment, seeing potential where others saw only obstacles. Resourcefulness became a powerful tool in facing challenges. People improvised with whatever materials they could find, inventing new ways to grow food and support one another. The Victory Gardens succeeded not just through individual effort, but through the collective will and determination of entire communities working side by side. Neighbors helped neighbors, sharing seeds, tools, and knowledge. Communities organized planting schemes, turning gardening into a shared mission that brought people closer together. Their story reminds us of the strength that comes from unity and cooperation, and how working together can turn even the hardest times into moments of growth and celebration. Planting a seed is an act of faith, a belief in the future and in the possibility of renewal, even when the world feels uncertain. The people of the Great War found purpose and hope in tending the earth, discovering joy and meaning in the simple act of nurturing life. Their legacy is a timeless reminder that with courage, creativity, and community, we can always find ways to grow, no matter the challenges we face.